Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to do a little bit of a talk story about a trip I took to San Francisco. And if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. All right, so for this Mundane Monday, DJ, a viewer here on my channel, had reminded me that I actually have some stories that I could tell you from Hawaii, which is where I live. But I wanted to tell you this particular story, and at the end of the video, I'll explain why. So, I've been in my career coming on 25 years. Next year will be 25 years. And I was fortunate enough in the beginning of it to be able to travel for business. And we traveled basically and mostly to the Bay Area of California. And this must have been 97 or 98. Around there. It was shortly after I had just started with the company that I was with at the time, and we had gone to San Francisco. I think we had a meeting outside of San Francisco, and then we were able to add some extra days to do some day tripping. And so we went across the Golden Gate Bridge. I think we were out that way for whatever reason. I don't remember everything, but I do remember this particular story. And then we made our way to the Golden Gate Park. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I'll have to look it up after this video, but I'm pretty sure it's the Golden Gate Park right off of the Golden Gate Bridge. Now, I don't know what possessed the group to think this would be a good idea. There was probably about 8 or 10 of us. You know, there was 2 vans worth of people. And so we're walking around this park. It's a park. And that's when someone spots that there is a lake, a lagoon, I don't know, whatever. But you can rent boats. Now, I'm not talking about sailing boats or yachts. No, we're talking rowboats. Okay, now I need you to remember this is the late 90s, so I was probably in my mid to late 20s. That's important to remember. So we're like, ooh, and at the time it was pre-smartphones, pre-camera phones, and so we all had cameras that you click. I know that might seem bizarre to some people, but you had to have a camera with you to click. So we thought, oh, this would be great, a photo opportunity, because at the time, quite a few of us who were on the trip were really into scrapbooking. Cool. So we rent a few boats. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever seen America's Funniest Home Videos, where the big girls and boys should not be doing certain things. Now, live your best life, do what you're gonna do, but just know it may not end up the way you think it's going to end up. So I don't know what I was thinking. I was in my late 20s. That's probably, I was like, whatever, I'm in my late 20s, I'm super cute. So fortunately, we were the last boat to dock. No, that means to come back. To get on, I don't know what the word is. It's Monday morning, it's early, whatever. And so 2 of my coworkers get into the front of the boat because they're thinking, I'm not thinking. And so it was the gentleman and then another one of my coworkers, and then I get in, and that already should have forewarned me of the dodginess of the situation. Get in, get settled, and I'm not rowing a boat. No, thank you. That's not why I'm here. And so I'm sitting facing them, they're facing me. The other 2 boats have already just gone. And apparently rowing a boat is not easy. Rowing a boat with a big one, even less so. But I'm in the back of the boat, technically, being all Miss Daisy, right? Just looking at nature, looking at this water that I'm pretty sure is full of dead bodies and salmonella because it doesn't let out to the ocean. So it just sits. I don't even understand what this is right now. But we're going around taking some pictures, being all cute. And I don't know if it dawned on anyone else in the group because no one said anything to me. But I think we did two rounds, right? And I think it was you pay for half an hour, and if you're longer than half an hour, you pay for another half an hour, whether you're 5 minutes late or whatever. And so everyone was very cognizant of, we only have half an hour, do your thing, get back. We get back. Now, it's this lake thing, and I think there's like a mountain in the middle. I don't remember exactly. It's not important to the story, but I know we did like a donut, just circles. Again, last boat to get to the place. Not sure why. And it is where you dock, and there's a pier or a wharf or deck. Again, not nautical. Don't know what the term is, but it's water, wood, water. Okay. As we're coming up on this deck, pier, wharf thing, I'm beginning to realize that there could be a situation. And the situation is, I remember how interesting it was to get in the boat. So I've got one of two options. Either I can get out of the boat in whatever fashion that's going to happen, or I live on this lake now. Okay. So I choose option one. I got to get back home. And there's a gentleman who's worked there. There's two gentlemen, one who worked in the kiosk, and then this dude who was the helper. And he was really tall and really thin, probably the size of my thigh, and really greasy. I remember those three things: tall, thin, greasy. And he's helped everyone else out, and the rest of the party that I'm with are very, not even normal size, they're fun size. They're all tiny little people. Not like little people, but they're small and they're tiny. So, yeah, pop out, jump out, living their best life. And then there's me, the queen boat here. And so he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, I'm looking at my other two. And now that I think about it, it must have been an interesting sight if anyone was walking around this park, because I'm pretty sure the back end of the boat where I was kind of dipping low, and maybe the front part of the boat was kind of riding high. I don't know. There's no pictures, there's no camera phones. Thank you, Jesus. And so I'm pretty sure at this time, as I'm looking at the guy on the deck wharf pier thing, my coworkers are like praying heavily to Jesus because physics. How is in what? That's the guy that's going to help her out the boat, because they can't help me out the boat. All the little ones are at the van being useless. And so, like, we're gonna do this. I can't live here. So he offers an arm. I take it gratefully. I'm not worried at this point that I'm going to break this thigh man in half. Whatever. He's a professional. He must deal with this kind of shenanigans. First leg comes out, and there is some heftage. So, like, whew, right? And I thought I was in the clear. And then the second leg kind of grazes on this deck, pier, wharf thing. And I trip, and I am about to make a header into this lake, which is full of death and salmonella. At least that's what I think. And so the gentleman, being the consummate professional, grabs me by the boob. That's what he grabs. There's all of this, but that's what he grabs. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not even mad at it. He saved my life from death in salmonella. But I stand up and I'm breathing hard now because I faced death. My coworkers are concerned about me, but I'm probably sure that in their mind they're thinking, oh, we knew she needed to come on this damn boat. Why us? Why? Jesus. And so I'm standing up and I'm breathing hard and I'm full of adrenaline and I'm looking at him and he's looking at me. Now, mind you, the danger has passed and he's still attached to the boob. And for a minute, I'm like, oh, are we married now? What is this? Why? And then I thanked him very politely. Thank you for saving me. And then I walked away. Nature is trying to kill me. I understand. I talk bad about it, but now you know why. All right, so why did I tell you this story? Is it because it's Thanksgiving week and I'm thankful for the thigh boob man? No. I told you this story because it is Thanksgiving week here in the US. And for some of you, you might not be able to travel and see your family. For some, you might have lost family members this week. The holidays itself may not feel like they used to. You may not feel like you used to, but I'm hoping this story at the very least made you smile and for just a little while got your mind off of the situation and just gave you a little bit of humor. Seriously though, I think I'm married. I don't even know his name. All right, guys, well, I'd love to know what you guys think of this story. I definitely plan to tell more stories of my trips to the Bay Area, San Francisco, Hawaii as well. But I hope it helps for this week that might be more difficult than some people realize. That's it for me for now. And as always, guys, aloha.